Hey Babs. So I'm hoping that's better. Looking better at my end. I mean, not perfect, but just make sure everything's working fine. Appears to be. Okay. Yeah. I think we're going to go with that. Apologies, buggering about. But I think we're there now. Right. Oh yeah, the thing that I really want sorted. Oh, it's going well actually. Cool. Right. Let's get started on this. So, what I would like to happen next is we're going to redirect all the eggs to over here. Right, we've got no research at the minute. Let's deconstruct all of this. Bet we can't. Oh, right, hang on. Let's cancel that for the minute. We can deconstruct those. Doors. That's what I was looking for. Deconstruct those. Prioritise that to 8. Okay. We're going to spread the shine bugs out so that we're not getting green dupes anymore. Next up, gonna build. I want somewhere really hot. Huh? Paku in my oil biome. I'm sure that won't contaminate the food supply at all. Oh. Well, it's that important, but... Who's made a mess of why? Oh, of course it does. Let's look at gases. Automation. If I... No. Not going to be able to do it. Just going to have to do that. Poor old Lindsay. Hopefully that'll work. That's got to work, right? No. No. We'll have some omelette, please. Still not going out. I think I was too fast. No. It's the gases that's causing me the issue. So, first things first, let's put in an alternate route here, which I've sort of thought about doing for a little while. Okay. Okay, how are we doing with these systems up here? Right, why is that not... How is that not reaching? Okay. Okay, got totally squirreled there. Oh yeah, the urinating dupe. That was the problem. Clean up their mess. Anyone's bored, please sweep that floor. Okay. I see you. Now I can deconstruct that and that and release the excellent. So, have we got solar? Really ought to put solar in first. We need glass. Of course we need glass. How silly of me. Glass is refining, glass forge. Power. 1800. Oh, yes, I remember. Right. So we was putting that there. And there. And there. And there. And we was really connecting it in. We can go 8 on all of that, please. No, we're going to go 9 on all of that, please. That needs to happen now. That needs a liquid outflow. Now the thing to remember, people, when doing glass is to have your pipe work as small as possible. The longer your pipe work, the more likely it is to set in the pipes and cause damage into the pipes. Sorry, just checking how things are going. Right. back down here then. Right. Okay, so that's never going to work for several reasons. One of the things that I want to put in is a duplicate sensor. So that's sending a green signal now. Right, excellent, yeah. So if we deconstruct that, meanwhile up here, oh yeah, I need heat. I need severe heat. I need plastic. No, plastic. I need... Oh, not that hot, actually. Okay. So... Oh, very nice. Okay, we'll come back to that in a minute. Okay. Right, food is going down, people, so we need to be getting on this, really. That's built. I want a... duplicate motion sensor. In that. Not outline though. Out of lead. Right, that should stop dupes getting stuck in there. quite so radiated now. Oh yeah, let's mop up our messes. And then we would like... More issues with the teachers looking after my son. Okay, that's excellent. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until there is a duplicate in there just to test the system entirely. Wait. Why are we now getting... That's the whole thing again. Pushing that out at that particular moment. here. I forgot about that. Okay, that should be... Yeah, there we go. Right, just need to keep an eye on that. I can automate that at a later date. If that's even necessary. It shouldn't be. Shouldn't be really. Why is that not in a stable anymore? Because I've extended it. We need to do that immediately. Okay. Aluminium tile there, please. Oh, we need to be looking at pipe work. Oh, which is going to be fun. I would prefer for that to be a bridge, and then that one can be. Right, next duplicant that I see coming past. Tetis Zombies GD. This is a guide. This is a full playthrough of Oxygen Not Included from the very beginning. And I am explaining all of my decisions either at the moment that I make them or on the completion of that build. So I have explained this, how this works previously. I've made some changes to it today, so I will go over it again once I'm happy it's fully working, because there's no point in telling you how it works 15 times if the first 14 times don't work. Alright, so if I cycle that and I insist that he stays in, you can see that until he leaves, that doesn't allow anything to lock up. Excellent. So that bit's working. While all this is closing, pushing the water up, the water's expanding. You can see the gas is being expelled, meaning slowly wow. Yeah, slowly this gas is going to get removed, and this water will replace it. It's quite pressurised water. What do we want out of this? We want that one. This one. All the shine bugs and right. We have another blueprint. I'm not taking any ooh. No, don't think so. We're really taking any duplicants at the minute, unless they are super duper, which they are not, so we'll reject all. I don't have the necessary things to deal with the Rex right now. of those. They're no longer required. I think I can hook them in now. Realise I put that in the wrong place. Thank you. Deconstruct, yeah, all. Deconstructed. That was an old idea a long time ago. Glassmaker being done. The glassmaker has literally been done. Now, what we need to make it out of is ceramic. I am a sausage. Okay. Right, we're down to 1, so that must have worked. The one thing that I do want to change, but it will not change the way it works, is I want to put in that there to allow these gases out too. So that's right. How does this work? Let's look at the automation. One last time. So, let's start with the duplicant sensor. If the duplicant sensor detects that there is a duplicant in this room, then it will say everything stay open, right? You stay off. I'll explain how that works in a second. A green signal will always override a red, and when that detects a duplicant, it will send a green signal to everything on this circuit. Still switch to a red for the pump. Right, just want to make sure that's happening. Yep, excellent. So that is a safety measure. Stop our duplicants getting caught in here. Next up, we have eggs being dropped down here in the water. They're all the ones that can't climb. They will just evolve when they hatch. Standard evolution chamber, just like this one over here, only a bit bigger. Any other critters that, for example, were shearing first, are then being brought over here when there are too many in the area. I thought flocks could jump too high. build them a step to get out. Sorry, getting squirreled again. Yes, so they'll get brought over here to this critter drop-off, which is set lower than any other drop-off. So if any of the ranchers need filling up first, they'll be filled. If not, then they'll be brought here. When this detects there is 10 or more critters in there, it will send a red signal. Basically, it will send a green signal until there are 10 or more critters. That red signal is turned into a green signal, tells this pump to start pumping all the gas out of this area, which we now need to just close up again. That red signal continues along here. This says do nothing for 24 seconds. I'll come back to that in a minute. Signal continues down here. This one... Oh, this one passes the green signal straight through. I forgot what that was doing, because that is a filter gate that waits for a prolonged period for a green signal. Then comes down here, through all these buffer gates, where this one is set to 2 seconds. This one will activate first. After 2 seconds of receiving a green signal, a red signal, it will close this door. This one's set to 4 seconds. It'll close that door. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Pushing the water along and up and out. After 24 seconds, this will then close these 2 doors. I am wondering if that doesn't need to actually go up a little bit. Put it on 30 seconds. Which will close these 2 doors, which should force all the water into all their spaces. This, meanwhile, has been pumping all of the gases out of the way, so that this basically isn't necessary if you haven't got a load of waste gases at high pressure surrounding your Evo chamber, but I'll put this one in because we do. That's a future Bob problem. Anyways, when the water reaches up here, where they will all be cowering, trying to get away from the water, then it will slowly evolve the critters into meat. They drop down, and this detects that there are no longer any critters in this area. That means that there are below 10, because 0 is less than 10, and sends a green signal again. Everything opens except this door. This door waits for 10 seconds before it opens. It waits for 10 seconds so that the water will drop down, settle out, and then doesn't spill out of the door. And the Evo chamber is up and running once again. That is 100% working as far as I can see. I have no reason to believe otherwise. Kitchen then. So we're still moving things out of there that shouldn't be there. Build that one in there. It's just easier than putting in a million solid filters is to just dump everything there and have it sorted on a conveyor loader. Right, what do we want to happen down here? I need some plastic turned into Visco gel. Why am I building them out of steel?
A land just followed.
Cool, right. There, that goes there. Then we'll fit there. bridge there, conveyor bridge there. Oh, and a conveyor bridge there. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. Should all be reachable. Right, and what's happening down here with our plastic? Nothing, 'cause it's not been built yet. Let's have that built, please. Power. Power is where we're going to struggle. Okay. Well, less from the old filtering system. Don't need the gas filter anymore. Don't need that vent. Cool. Right, we are going good. Perhaps It's a bit too good on the amount of steam. We need to get the temperature higher, which is good over here. I forgot about the let's try a different system for filling it. Let's try that. Power, we're sorting out. Stop getting squirreled. Right, we need to take a break, guys. We've got pre-rolls on. We'll come back to this in just a moment. Have a stretch, grab a snack, and I will see you shortly. Cheers, guys. Hey Babs, we're back. Alana MDF. I'm presuming that, or it's Alan A MDF. Thank you for the follow. I never heard the alert go off. I do apologise about that, but thank you very much for the follow. Also, while we was on break, I realised Airixis Tarts got first again today, and a 5-stream streak. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support, the continued support. Right, continue on. So, need to make this happen sooner rather than later. That, and that, and all of that. Ah, is it only the fawns that can't jump very high then? Oh, then it occurs to me I forgot to replace that. So once they become floxers, they can jump too high because they're getting up there. Okay, we've got full, we've got any reed fiber. Why have we not got any reed fiber? I don't understand it! See, they are being sheared. Perhaps not as much as they should be, but they are being sheared. There. Okay, and down here we have a large lump of nectar. Or at least it looks like a large lump. We dropped any? Good question. Nope. Ooh, what colour is Napta? Pinky purple. That is not a surprise to me. Let that happen, and then we'll get the rest of the Napta out, and then we'll use some of it. Liquid sulfur? I'm sorry, what? Where are we getting liquid sulfur from? Okay, that is nearly out. I need to stop that for a second. I know no good reason there should be sulfur in this. Glass. Right, so we need to cut this down now because our list is getting too long. Phosphorite's important. Rust can go away for the minute. Sucrose can go away for the minute. Peat can go away for the minute. Lime. Fine carbon I'm interested in. Coal I'm interested in. Salt. Nope, we'll leave that one. Okay. Dirt and clay I really want to see. Sand. Regolith can go away though for a minute. Balm lily flowers don't really care about. Plant husks I don't really care about anymore. Ice we can do without. Plastic and steel, I want to see the Met laws. Suppose sulfur wise we did build it in what used to be a Swedel thing, so maybe it was just left on the floor. Maybe, I don't know. Sulfur I do want to see. I don't need bisylite right now. I don't need algae right now. I don't need polluted dirt right now. Slime I do want to see. Wood? No, I can find that out as I'm building. Do want to see ceramic though. And sure there was one on here. No, don't need to see depleted uranium either. Okay. Right. That's much better. Oh yeah, we've got raw egg and we are not cooking omelettes. Yeah, no. Okay. Don't need them, but we'll have them anyways. Okay. Right. Are we... Right then, we are getting to the point that we need to get our things in. Steam turbines, do apologise. Words are, as ever, difficult. We'll have a look at that momentarily. That should no longer go that way. That should instead go that way. What are they called? Hers. Hatches. Those two as well. That's what I want. Alright. So, what we haven't got is that which I need, or that which I need. Let's get those in now. Did I cut any lines? I didn't. Okay, and then we'll sort that out. Excellent. And then we need to pour... oh, screw it. Let's just pour it down here. Sulfur. That'd be the one. Building melted. What? Where? What? What? The lead. Was that doing anything? That wasn't doing anything anyway. Let's deconstruct those as... priority. Put those up as a priority. It looks to me like it's... ah! Get rid of those. Bit of tidying up while we're at it. Right, we should now have a glass. We do indeed have glass. Need a bit more before we can continue. Now, pause this. Means we can, when it gives me the snip tool, cut that. And then build that, build that, build that. That should have fixed that, and that should now power those. Excellent. And it can also power these. So, what's going on here then? Right, now, I've redirected the hatch eggs to up here. We'll talk about that in a second. And coal as well. Oh, lovely. Same is happening with shine eggs here, shine bug eggs, and sun eggs. They're getting redirected here. Everything then gets dropped off here, and if these need an egg, the sweeper will put the egg in it. If they don't, it'll sweep them along here, which now goes the same route as the hatch eggs used to do. Oops. Turn that around. I cannot turn that around. Okay. Oops. Just pull my headphones out. I'm having a time of it today. I'm getting loads of buffering. Don't know what's going on. Anyways, back to what we were doing. How are we doing with this napta. Okay. Build one more review there. Where's the liquid napta gone? Oh, it is on that tile then. Oh, there is more. Okay. Oh yes, so it is. Right, you will probably do. I want you to be there. Meanwhile, okay. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, this is already having some sort of an issue. What is the issue? Ah! What's that? There we go. We're already down to minus 12. That's a problem. Okay, need to not forget that one. Glass, how are we doing for glass? We have at least enough to build one. Yeah, I like my spaghetti. Slicky! First time chatter. Hello, sorry, I've been a bit focused. Oh, yeah, I'm just wondering how you'd claimed first, but we've had a couple of stream restarts to try and get some terrible buffering sorted. I'm not entirely sure. That it's worked, but anyway. So how am I? I'm doing okay, apart from the streaming issues. But I'll have a look at them after the stream, and those are a lot of shine bugs. They are a lot of shine bugs. So, in short, this is a breeder ranch that will be producing eggs for incubation that will be restocking both of these. Any extra eggs will come down here, be cracked, and sorry, I'm just trying to work something out in my head. Will be cracked, and then I get my resin out of it. Thanks for the lurk, Slicky. See you in a little bit. I will continue telling everyone else instead what the plan with the shine bugs is. They give me resin as well as raw egg. Raw egg is then cooked in the electric grill into omelette, which is yet more food. Excellent. Which we will deal with momentarily. And then this ranch will be active very shortly. Basically, I'm trying to get everything built up there. In fact, let's start it now. Because it'll take a little while to come online properly. But in short, this one is then shipping them out, if we follow the line, all the way up here, all the way across here, and into this area, where they are not going to be confined, because they are only confined on 3 sides and kept in place by this very small pool of water. So they consider all of this their room, which I'll demonstrate once we start getting them in there. Which means that they can continue breeding, producing new eggs, as well as we're shipping the excess eggs from that particular ranch into there, which means that we will get very bright light and very high radiation. This is what's called a Shinebug reactor. Gonna put 2 more solar panels there. They will basically be producing electricity permanently. And then these 2 will be collecting rads at a very high rate. Even when it just sort of comes online, it's still very fast to start producing those rads. As it goes on, it gets ridiculous in the amount of rads that it produces. But this is mostly the only use for Shinebugs and their variants. There are a couple of niche uses. Later versions allow you to get decor out of them without the radiation. You don't have the radiation in vanilla, I should point out. Radiation is spaced out only benefit and or hazard. Trying to think if there's anything else that I need to tell you about it. At this time I don't think so. We'll put that on a sweep. And our liquid nectar has arrived, so we're going to empty that. And then we're going to look at what food we want our guys to be eating. This should be at minus 18 nearly. So everything's refrigerated at the minute. Obviously it's yeah, it's trying to get back down to temperature after my mistake earlier leaving that connected. Going to ask for quite a high sweep of that, but I'm also going to, right, we need to be getting some turbines in here. Oh, this. artifact. Okay, we can do that in a minute. Building this out of granite. It's not the best. Guess we will just replace things as they are needed. Right. The egg cracker entombed. Solid resin. Okay. Why is that a thing? Okay, anyway. So what are we doing over here? We're doing... Surf and turf hasn't existed yet. Frost Burger hasn't existed yet. Lettuce Wrap hasn't existed yet. Okay, everything's deep frozen again. How is that unreachable? Okay, we'll deconstruct that. I've got to stand exactly where I'm emptying it. Power is your next issue. Cool. So what food have we got that I want folk to be eating? I want them to be eating begrudgingly pickled meal. Suppose muckroot, pemmican. They don't need to be in there, but it is the finished food chiller. Buy a couple of skewers. Barbecue for the minute. Fried mushroom. Snack fruit, nutrient bars. So, what is this? This is the fridge in the Great Hall. And this contains all the things that I want them to eat. So they can come, grab through the liquid naptor all these things. It's insulated, and I put liquid naptor there. Why have I put liquid naptor there? Because I want it to have a nicer atmosphere than that, which I need to now figure out how I'm going to do. That's the other thing that I need to fix. I need to fix this oxygen. But otherwise, we're there. How do I fix that? I fix that by... I deconstruct that. Okay, we can do that. We have the technology. Temporary. That should work. How is that an unreachable valve? Alright, what about if we do that then? Sorry, the reason that we're using nectar is it has a thermal conductivity of 0.2, which is very low, which means that this is neither fighting the temperature from over here, nor is it fighting still should not be an unreachable build, surely. Okay. Want to play funny buggers? We'll play funny buggers. No one is particularly wonderful. Take the balm lily seed begrudgingly. So wish Prince Scepter had come out before X. Okay. Next one, why am I taking these out? Because we want... No. We create terrible loot. I am for the minute. Yeah, I am for the minute going to allow them to put. Tell you what, we'll put it on sweep only. Stop lots of silliness. You pressure gas vessel there. Now, please. And then Come on. How is the hydrogen gas in here? Aha! This is something I forgot about. Not quite gone as far down as I would like. How did I do that? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's still working as it should. Put another one in. But the point I was making was this. Where has this hydrogen just suddenly popped into existence from? Not helping. Right. Where is this sulfur coming from? Right, hang on. So I need to stop that. That's far more than enough. On the plus side, we have definitely fixed our water issues for the minute. Quite cold water, no less. So definitely that. Oh, hang on. 7. going to hang around for this. Mostly. Okay, cool. Looks like it's Travoldo's job. This is current errand. Once that starts free flowing, or we can see a gap there, we can take Travoldo off this one. Go! Right. Hey. Right, remember people, don't get squirreled when you fill in your great hole with carbon dioxide. Never the best idea. Deconstruct on a 9. That. Everything else can be a 5. And okay. Okay. Interesting way to get your food. Okay, what else? So that is currently a lot of carbon dioxide in there at minus 24. Okay. How are we doing for glass? We cannot currently see glass. now we just need to power everything in. I'm going to do that via heavy watt. And then one of those, trying to create a liquid lock over here because I need this to be vacuum. Okay. Again. That's annoying me. Berry sludge? Yeah, that is the right stuff, sorry. I was just confused for a second. A bit of stuff. Oh yeah, I was building some sort of heating system here. Forgot all about that. Information. Nope. That. We'll have some automation. Should be at thermal temperature. That for the moment. Then we will also plumbing. We want aluminium radiant pipes run straight through there. And then we want granite pipes. Let's use insulated igneous pipes just for this bit. Come on. Deconstruct all of that in a second. We'll build it down here. It makes more sense. But we can be building this while we're in there. Let's cancel. Oh. Temperature. Please construct buildings. Oakley doke. Then I would like communal tables. The one thing one thing we're going to struggle with is the displayed ornament, because we don't currently have any ornaments. Confinement? That'll be the one. Okay. Again, don't understand this. I might understand that one slightly more. Some of the resin should be getting moved away. And it is. Oh, cleared out. Right, I'm going to wrap up here soon. Gases slowly sort themselves out. Lots of fun to have in the future. That I didn't realise. sound issue. So it's floating before it cools, before it... What on earth is that? That's liquid resin. Pushed all my water out. That's where all this water's coming from. Liquid resin. Can you tell it's my first time dealing with this particular resin? Dealt with ISO resin, but not this particular resin. I thought it was a solid. And it is. At less than 20 degrees. Genuinely don't know how to deal with that. That is going to be a future Bob problem. Right. Complex problems come complex solutions. Right, we can see all of that now is in a sterile atmosphere, in a sterile, in a deep freeze rather. So that's all good. The problem we have is to be dealt with up here. Right, I know where I was. Goodness. Okay. Okay. Right. 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 How are we doing on pressures? Temperatures mostly fine.
Brickhead_Ed just followed.
Okay, lots of things to do next time. Let's look at who we're going to raid out to. In fact, I've got a very good idea who we're going to raid out to. A good friend of mine. We have seen him in chat before. He has supported us lots, so we are going to support him. Nico Nerva is celebrating his anniversary of becoming affiliate. So yeah, that's who we're going to raid today. I am back on Monday? No, I'm back on Tuesday. Sorry. Yes, Tuesday with Oxygen Not Included. Yes, I am indeed going to just keep playing Oxygen Not Included over the Christmas period, and then we'll start fresh in the new year with a second game. I will have brain not working. A schedule for the Christmas period, Christmas and New Year period, up on the Discord within the hour, and I will probably post it on my About page on Twitch as well. Thank you for joining me, guys, and I will see you soon. Cheers.